Hey everyone! Today I want to tell you a fascinating and at the same time tragic story about one of the most well-known demons in the world of Demon Slayer, Akaza. His journey began long before he became a demon. This is a story of pain, loss, strength, and redemption. A story that makes us question who the real monster is, the human or the demon. More than 200 years ago, a boy named Hakuji was born. He grew up in poverty with his very ill father, whom he cared for deeply. To pay for his father's medicine, Hakuji began stealing purses from townspeople, but he was caught many times. To stop him from stealing again, the magistrate branded him with tattoos to make him easily recognizable and threatened to cut off his hands if he was caught once more, calling him a demon child. When Hakuji returned home, a neighbor told him that his father, upon hearing of his son's latest arrest, had hanged himself. He left Hakuji a note saying that he wanted his son to live a full life and that he did not wish to take medicine obtained through dishonest means. Branded with criminal tattoos and with no home left to return to, Hakuji was eventually banished from Edo. Devastated by his father's death and enraged at a society where he could not even afford medicine for the man who raised him, Hakuji began picking fights with people, beating anyone who crossed him. One day, after nearly killing 7 grown men in a nearby village, he was approached by Keizo, the owner of a local dojo. Annoyed by the man's cheerful demeanor, Hakuji challenged him to a fight, but was easily defeated. Keizo then took him in and asked him to care for his sickly daughter, Koyuki. Her mother, who had previously looked after her, had drowned herself from stress, and Keizo had to work odd jobs to support them. Used to caring for his father, Hakuji had little trouble helping Koyuki, though he felt uneasy when she suddenly cried for no apparent reason. One day, without realizing it, he gave her motivation to live, telling her that next year she might be able to see the local fireworks festival. 2 years later, Koyuki's health had improved so much that she could stand and help around the house. Hakuji continued his training under Keizo in the Soryu style, and the dojo began to grow. One day, Keizo offered Hakuji the chance to take over the dojo and to marry his daughter, Koyuki. To his surprise and embarrassment, Hakuji agreed, promising himself that he would protect them both until the day he died. During the festival, Koyuki shared her past with him and asked if he truly accepted the proposal. Hakuji confirmed his vows to her, promising to protect her for the rest of his life. Soon after, Hakuji decided to return to his hometown to visit his father's grave, proudly telling him that he had found happiness and a family. But when he returned, he sensed that something was terribly wrong. A student from the dojo ran up to him, telling him that the head of a rival dojo had poisoned the water that Koyuki and Keizo had drunk, and that both had died soon after. Hakuji's world collapsed. Overcome with grief and fury, he stormed the rival dojo and fought all 67 of its members barehanded, killing every single one of them and leaving their bodies so mutilated they were unrecognizable.
Upon hearing this news, the Demon King Muzan Kibutsuji went in search of Hakuji, offering to make him an immortal demon. Realizing that he had lost everything once again, Hakuji accepted Muzan's offer and became the demon later known as Akaza. After his transformation, Hakuji lost all of his human memories, completely forgetting about his father, Keizo, and Koyuki. Despite this, as Doma noted, he refused to eat or harm women. Because of his strength, loyalty, and desire to become even stronger, he became one of Muzan's favorites, who sent him only on special missions, such as the search for the blue spider lily.